Welcome to the Intuitive Hour with psychic medium, author, and intuitive life coach, Michelle Beltran. The Intuitive Hour will empower you to learn how to magnify your intuitive voice. Listen in and expand your understanding of what it means to be psychic and how to awaken, amplify, and trust your inner voice.
Welcome everyone to the Intuitive Hour, Awaken Your Inner Voice. I'm grateful you're here today sharing this space with me. So settle in, take a slow, deep breath, let your shoulders relax and join me in this 20 or 30 minutes today of intuitive guidance, trusting our inner knowing. Today, let's explore something deeply personal. That quiet, persistent whisper in the back of your mind. You are going to discover what it means to rebuild trust in your intuition after traveling through a season of self-doubt. Let's begin. Possibly you've found yourself sitting at a kitchen table, on your couch, somewhere relaxing, a big decision in front of you, pondering that big decision wherever you may be. It's a contract to sign, a relationship to commit to, or a new direction to take. On paper, it can all look just absolutely perfect. Maybe the money is tempting. The recognition feels validating. And those around you keep reminding you that this is such a great opportunity. But as you hover your pen over the signature line, your stomach flips with discomfort. Your chest goes tight. Somewhere deep inside, a gentle, calm voice urges, "Don't do this." And maybe you've rolled your eyes at yourself. Maybe you've laughed it off, blamed it on nerves or fear of success, and gone through with the decision anyway. Later, when it didn't work out and you feel drained or out of alignment, you're left asking, why didn't I listen to myself? Even when you have no clue what you're doing, your soul knows. If you've ever ignored your gut only to wish you'd trusted it, know that you're not alone. This is a space for you to land softly. No judgments, no shame. We all have messy behind-the-scenes moments where we override our quiet knowing. We do it in lots of different ways. Sometimes we get the messages in our body. We talked about that last week, but we ignore it. Today, let's walk together and gently explore how you lose that connection, how you can recognize the subtle language of your intuition, and how you can rebuild trust in yourself step by step, no matter where you are on this journey. Let's start by reflecting on how you lose touch with your intuition. You arrived in this life with a beautifully calibrated inner compass. Picture a toddler, for example, maybe even yourself once, radiant, full of clarity, knowing their likes and dislikes, moving toward what feels safe. But as time passed, the noise of the world grew. You learned to value logic over feeling. Teachers, parents, mentors, and society offered you their maps, pointing you in every which direction. Soon the chorus of voices around you grew so loud it drowned out the wisdom inside. Most often, self-doubt visits after you've made a decision that didn't turn out the way you'd hoped. Maybe you trusted someone and it backfired. Maybe you made a choice that led you to feeling pain instead of joy. When things go sideways, your mind steps in and says, "You see, you can't trust yourself. Better ask everyone else from now on." Literally, that's what we do. That self-talk takes over, and it's something like that generally. Have you ever found yourself texting 3 friends to ask what you should do? Maybe it was 5 or 10, but you text them even when deep down you already have a sense of the answer. Many of us have done this. You seek validation on group chats, outsource your own wisdom, all because you're afraid of a wrong turn. But here's the gentle truth. No matter how quiet your intuition becomes, it never leaves you. It waits patiently for you to listen. So how can you tune back in? Well, one of the biggest myths about intuition is that it'll speak like a booming voice from the sky, a thundering aha with directions. But true intuition whispers. It weaves through physical sensations, sudden knowings, a tug in your chest, a flutter in your gut. But how do you tell the difference between intuition and anxiety, you might be asking? And if so, good question. This is such a vital question on your spiritual journey, so let's talk about it. Anxiety is loud and chaotic. You feel it buzzing in your mind, looping worst-case scenarios, pressuring you urgently with, well, what if? You feel tight, you feel rushed. But intuition? Your intuition is gentle and steady. You sense it in your body, usually in your heart or gut, by the way. It never argues. It simply offers information, quiet and assured. Sometimes what it reveals can feel scary. Leave that job. Move to a new city. But the guidance itself always feels peaceful underneath the nerves. Try checking in right now with me. If you would, think of a time you just knew something, even if you couldn't explain how. Notice where and how you felt in your body. Did your shoulders ease? Did your heartbeat slow just a little bit? As you learn to recognize your personal intuitive language, be patient, but be curious. Offer yourself gentle grace always. Rebuilding self-trust is, well, it's a lot like mending a friendship after a rough patch. You can't just demand secrets straight away. You have to show up, listen with care, and take small steps. Here's how you can nurture that relationship with your inner wisdom. First, turn down the external noise. You won't hear a whisper in a packed crowd. Give yourself small moments of silence. Maybe gently leave your phone in another room for the first 20 minutes of each morning, or try driving to the store without music or podcasts. As you pause the world's input, you give your own thoughts and your own wisdom the space to rise up. Second, start small, please. Don't expect yourself to make a gigantic life decision guided only by intuition tomorrow. Build trust in the tiny moments. Close your eyes and sense what your body wants to eat. Try on a sweater. Does it make your heart expand or shrink just a bit? If you're driving, let yourself notice if you feel nudged to take a different route home, for example. All of these things are tiny ways, tiny moments where the trust can be built. Honor those moments. Every time you take your own advice, even when it's about something small, you show your subconscious, I hear you. I trust you. You're safe with me. Next, keep an evidence journal, I like to call it. Self-doubt grows quiet when you have proof that your intuition is real and right for you. Keep a notebook at your bedside. Jot down when you think of someone right before they reach out, or when you sense you should bring an umbrella on a sunny day, or even when you get an uneasy feeling that proves true. Then remember to flip back through those pages when you feel lost. You'll see your inner compass is beautifully calibrated, and your own hand is the evidence. Fourth, practice pausing. Modern life expects instant replies. Text back now, decide now, answer now. But intuition can't push through urgency. Next time someone asks something of you or offers you an invitation, give yourself permission to say, I need to sleep on that one, or something of the like. Perhaps you'll get back to them tomorrow. Use that breathing room to check in with you. Does saying yes feel bright and light, or heavy and sticky? Your body knows far before your brain can make up a list of pros and cons. Trust that. And lastly, and maybe most importantly, forgive yourself for all the past times you ignored your intuition. It's okay. You've made choices that didn't end well. We all do. And sometimes you revisit those old tapes, scolding yourself for not listening. Let up on that part. Release that. Guilt only locks you out of your own heart. Breathe it out. Place a hand over your chest and say these words. I did the best I could with what I knew at the time. I'm learning. I'm a work in progress. I'm allowed to return to myself over and over. You might have ignored your intuition to stay safe, to fit in, to survive. Honor that impulse to protect yourself, and then gently invite your inner wisdom to ride in the front seat again. This journey back to your inner knowing isn't one and done. You still have days where confusion creeps in and you second guess yourself. That's not failure. It's being a beautifully open and growing human being. The path is about shortening the time between losing your center and finding it again. Your inner voice is endlessly patient, always ready for you whenever you listen. Remember, you already carry every answer you'll ever need. You don't have to look outside for another book or guru or late night survey in a group chat. You simply need a little more trust in the magic that lives inside you. So, before we close, ask yourself, what's one small way you'll honor your intuition this week? Will you sit in silence? Trust your craving for something nourishing? Say yes or no with confidence and grace? However you choose, let it be gentle. And if you need a nudge, I've created a wonderful blog on how to ground. This is a fantastic starting point for those of you who are trying to reconnect with your intuitive ability. This grounding exercise offers 5 simple steps to learn to ground yourself. The article is titled The Powerful Tool of Grounding to Enhance Your Abilities. I hope you will all check it out. Again, it's at my blog at michellebeltran.com. And with that, we will call this an episode. Keep listening, everyone, to that quiet voice within. It knows just where you're meant to go. Until the next time, may you take gentle care of yourself.
If you enjoyed this episode of the Intuitive Hour, please consider following, rating, and reviewing the podcast at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. You're welcome to access Michelle's free controlled remote viewing exercise that will empower you to uncover answers to your burning questions about lost objects, events, or people in the past, present, or future. Visit michellebeltran.com to access this free offering and rediscover what was once lost.